helpful hints. Hint 1. When the Y is not at the beginning of a word, it is usually being a vowel, and it is then taking the place of the letter I. And as explained before, the I does not like to go on the end of English words, and the Y takes its place. So with the word happy, the Y has to take the place of the I. So say to the children, I is shy, can't go on the end, so Tuffy Y comes in. And with the word cry, I is shy, and so Tuffy Y comes. But interestingly, if the word is made longer, then the I comes back. So if we're writing the word happily, we've got happy, and then Shy I says to Tuffy Y, oh, I don't mind coming back, the word's longer. And so I is there, and then the word happily with the Y at the end. And it works with the word cry. If you want to make it into cried, the past tense, Shy I says, I'll come back, Tuffy Y. And then, of course, you add the ed for the past tense. So cried, happily, and cried. And this understanding helps the children with their spelling. Now, when the Y takes the place of an I, it takes on the sounds that are linked to the letter I, which are I and I and even E. Now, we know this E can be and still is pronounced more like an I in some areas. What seems to have happened over the years is that the pronunciation has changed from I to E, but not the spelling. So now most people say E in these words. Sunny, windy, loudly. And here we have the Y with the I, pyramid, syrup, mystery, and here a distinct I, my, fly, reply. And all three Ys are vowels, whether they're saying I, or E. The only thing the children have to think about when trying to work out a new word with a Y that is not at the beginning of the word is to try the vowels I, or E, as in these words. So butterfly, butterfly, oh, that makes sense. Puppy, if that's not right, papai, puppy, oh yes, puppy. Terrify, and so on. And the children choose the one that makes sense and is likely to be correct. For hint 2, remind the children when teaching the EW with a U sound that it sometimes has an OO sound, as in these words. So here they go, du, dew, you, new. But on this side, you, chew, can't easily say it, and it ends up as being an OO. Chew, through, screw, blue. For hint 3, regularly point out soft C and soft G words. Remind the children that it is the vowels E, I and Y that changes the K to S and the G to J. It's also worth pointing out that sometimes the vowel is there to change the sound, but it's not pronounced. So here we've got F, E, N, S. The E makes the K go S, but it's not pronounced itself. Fence, balance, pounce, choice, lounge. Interestingly, the U in these words has been put there to stop the G having a J sound. Just imagine if the U wasn't there, then the Y would make the G go J, so it'd be J or Jai. And here, if it wasn't there, it would be guitar. Hint 4. There is a doubling rule that is useful for spelling, and it is linked to the short vowels. It could be taught at this stage or later, depending on the progress the children have made. Basically, the rule is pretty reliable when a word has a suffix added to it, such as an ing or the ed or the y, or s. The children are already familiar with the magic E and how the influence of the second vowel goes over to the first one and changes it from O to O. So here you can see that's what makes it hoped. Now they need to be taught that it nearly always cannot get over two consonants. So here we've got two consonants it cannot get over, and that means it's going to be hopped. It helps the children to think of the one letter as a thin wall and the two letters as a fat wall. That the magic just can't get over there, so it's not going to change that. The real value of this understanding comes when the children are spelling words that need these suffixes. For example, if they were writing the word swim and they then wanted to actually make it swimming, so here we've got the short vowel, swim. Oh, only one letter after it, that's too thin a wall, so I must double and then put the ing on, swimming. If it's a word like look, not short vowel, no problem, no doubling, just put the ing on. Or if it's send, short vowel, send. Oh, there's two letters already, a fat wall, just put the ing on. It also works with the ed as well. So for example, if they wanted to write the word slipped, I slipped over on the ice. So slip, short vowel, and only one letter. I must double it. I must make my fat wall. Slipped. Or if they've got bump, warning bells, short vowel, oh no, there's two letters already, no problem. Just put the ed. And similarly with the y. If you change it from fun to funny, you've made it longer, you've added a suffix to it. So fun. The short vowel, there's only one letter, I must double it. If it's windy, short vowel, I've got the two letters, just put the e on the end, windy. And that also goes for the and the s, so thinner and hottest will need to be doubled. And this helps the children when spelling words like these. More guidance about the vowels has been provided in Understanding the Alphabetic Code on the home page under the heading Vowels and How They Work. In conclusion, the aim is for every child to learn 16 new alternative spellings, these ones, as well as revising the previous ones, to read and write words that use the alternative spellings and previous letter sounds, read and spell 20 new tricky words, and to read sentences that use the new letter sounds and tricky words, although it's not needed for children who are already confident and fluent readers. To read more decodable books, with free choice being offered to the children who are confident and fluent readers. Write independently, with dictation being used where necessary. Be encouraged to read for pleasure at school and at home, with regular visits to the library. And lastly, to be given extra help if struggling to read and write confidently. At the end of Step 5, it will become clear that the children who are confident and fluent at reading decodable books are also able to read any books that are suitable for their age and understanding. The alphabetic code has been mastered sufficiently well for working out new words. Only occasionally will there be an odd word that causes problems, such as a word like meringue or choir, which actually should say meringue. Or this one should say choir or even choir, but certainly not choir. But these words are so unusual, it just needs an adult to give the correct pronunciation, and that is usually enough, especially if these words are in their vocabulary. From now on, the free readers just need to be encouraged to read as much as possible. It is a matter of finding books that are particularly popular and interesting for them. The emphasis will shift on how to read new words, to developing comprehension, as well as reading for pleasure and information. Any children not at this stage should continue to be given support with their decoding and encoding skills. Ideas for supporting these children have been provided in the section Help with Reading and Writing Problems on the home page. In Step 6, the concentration will be on spelling. And that concludes the teaching in Step 5. Thank you.